Okay, here's part 2 of the House of Seahorses. I didn't get the second coat on last night because I was working on that canvas piece and I really didn't have any room to work with it. So today, what I'm going to do is I am going to add a little bit more coral here. So I'm going to just kind of dip this piece in here just to get it in there. And I'm going to leave that sit there. And then I had another little piece. I said, I think I'll put that in there. And then I have this abalone, which I think I'm putting right there. So I'm going to put just a little in here. Now I've been going, there we go. I just think that these abalone shells are beautiful. So I've been going back and forth with putting a different shade of blue on top or clear. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little cup. I'm just going to put a little bit of resin in it. And I'm going to want to see if I want to use this color. This is the aqua. I thought about jade, and I thought, no, that'd be too green. And I'm talking just a slight tint. And actually, I'm trying to decide. Well, let me mix it up. And I'm just going to add just a drop down in here just to see. Just to see what it looks like. I'm not quite sure if it's going to make that much of a difference, honestly. But it might. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do just a little bit of tint in this. Now I have 5 ounces here. So I'm going to do 1 drop. And again, this is the Color Passion Aqua Gel Tint. And I'm just going to put 1 little drop in here, because I don't want it to be overpowering. So I'm going to mix that up in here. Yeah, because I just want it real light. Okay, now let's slide this down. Yeah, it's really not that much of a difference, but we'll see what happens here. So I'm just going to pour this. I'm going to try and not get it on my faux coral, but you know how that goes. Let me get some in here. And some in here. Get some in there. I'm going to get over here. And I'm just leaving the bottom alone. But let me put the rest of this in here. Now some of this will go underneath, which is fine. But let me just get the rest of it in. Get up in there. And I'm just going to take that all out, like so. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to take my torch to this. Now, I think I'm going to wait because I kind of want this up in the air. I mean, I probably could stick a bubble underneath here to raise it up. I'm trying to decide if I want to do another layer or put this on now. But if I stuck a clear bubble just to raise it, and then it would sit there. I could sit it on this coral. You know what? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a try. I just don't know if these bubbles are going to be high enough. And I don't think they're going to be high enough, because I need something that height to put underneath the one side to have it. Yeah, if I did that. Make sure I don't get no resin on the back of this. I'm just trying to figure out what I can put there. Let's see. Let me try a piece of that coral, because you're not going to see it. Let me get my wire cutters here. I mean, I could add that might work. I could add another layer of resin, and that doesn't mean I might not add another layer of resin even if I do this. But you know what? I'm going to give it a try. So, because I kind of want these a little bit above. So I have to kind of put it in here. And I want to cover this up because that's where the other one, the other side of that is going. And if it don't work, then it don't work. But This is the only way I'm going to be able to find out, because I know what I'm going for. This might not work out at all. Okay. So we're going to sit this. See, I don't think that's up high enough. And I can see it. I don't want to see it. I don't know. I have to push that under. Oh. There we go. And there's, I'm looking through the side to make sure it can't be seen. And let me turn this more or less like so. And you cannot see that, and it raises it above, which that's what I was going for. So I think this is looking good. Let me go to the opposite side. Yes, you cannot see that piece of white coral anywhere. Wherever you look, you don't see it. And this looks like it's in front of the coral. So I think we're going to be good to go with this piece. Let me get this wiped up. And I'm going to take the heat gun to this. Or not the heat gun, the torch. And we're going to blow out some of those, bring out some of those bubbles. And like I said, if there are a few bubbles in this piece, it's not going to bother me because it's under the water. I'm liking this. And that worked by putting that coral there. So I'm going to wipe this off. Oh, don't move it. Anything else I got to see? I think we're good. Now, see, you really don't see the bubbles on this side. But I think that's good. I mean, I could put a couple in here. I do have those small iridescent ones, but I might wait. Let me get my, oh, I have my tweezers sitting here. Just a couple. See if I can get these bubbles in without flipping them. Of course, I can't even flip them over on my table here. So I'm thinking one right there. And I hate working with gloves, but I have gloves on today. I ended up getting resin on my fingers moving a piece yesterday, and my fingers are very irritated. And that's why I tell you, please wear your gloves. And maybe one more. Oh. Let's put one right there. Did that flip? Sure did. There we go. So did that one. Huh. Imagine that. You guys watch me put the bubbles in this piece, and I think I've had one that went in right. Even this one. Well, I'm not going to mess with that because of the coral. It's there. And I would like to put just a few iridescent bubbles in there. I'm trying to decide if I should wait or not. And these I get from Color Passion as well. And they're just tiny little bubbles. And let me see. Let me wipe off my tweezers here. I mean, they're really tiny. Sometimes I don't know if I should wait. There's one stuck on there. Yep, don't know where it went. There it is. I can't even pick it up. Let me grab a couple more. It's just sticking. There it goes. Just a few little tiny ones since it's under the water. And maybe a couple in here. Yeah, they're sticking. I'm just sticking my tweezers in the bottle and grabbing and flying them all over. I don't know. Let me try my fingers. Kind of hard with gloves. And that looks pretty good. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't want to go crazy. And so that's it. We're done. We are absolutely done with this piece. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'll put a hanger on the back of this to hang it tomorrow. And I'll show you a picture of it completely done. Well, you know what I mean, it is done. But I'm wondering if I should put a little bubble up in there. I think I might, if I can get it in there up by that little seahorse. Because I didn't want to drown the whole piece in resin, but I could have. But I wanted the dimension. Let's just put another one in there. And that's it. I'm done. All right, guys. I really like this piece. It turned out really nice. I think so. Again, thanks for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'll catch you on the next video. Have a great Sunday. Bye.